In this lesson on the order of sharps and flats, we will be looking at how to reduce the complexity of the circle of fifths to a few simple and easily memorized concepts. To that end, we are going to apply a commonly used mnemonic device, as well as a couple of tricks that all musicians, including those of us who are not yet fluent readers, can use for quickly determining the sharps and flats of any major key. Remember, the key of C major used only natural notes, so its key signature is indicated by the absence of any sharps or flats. Since the sharp keys move in a cycle of fifths, the next key, with one sharp, 5 up from C, is G. The sharp necessary to create G major is F sharp. Consequently, the sharps also appear, one at a time, a fifth apart. 5 up from F sharp is C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. One at a time until all 7 notes are sharped. Again, that order was F, C, G, D, A, E, and B. An easy way to remember that sequence is to use the memory technique of making those letters the first letters of words incorporated into a memorable phrase. A commonly used phrase that does exactly that is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And these sharps are placed in the key signature in the following positions: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. Since the flat keys move in a reverse cycle of fifths, the next key with one flat is F. The flat necessary to create F major is B flat. Each new flat will also be either a fifth below or a fourth above the last. 5 down or 4 up from B flat is E flat, then A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat, one at a time until all 7 notes are flatted. The order is B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. The mnemonic for flats is battle, ends, and down goes Charles' father, which appear in the key signature in the following positions: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. Fortunately, whoever created this mnemonic made certain that the phrase made perfect sense, forwards for sharps and reversed for flats. Here are a couple of things to remember for quickly determining the key signature that both readers and non-readers can use. 1. The last sharp to appear, left to right, is the raised 7th degree, T, and the key note, Do, is a semitone up from that. Let's say that we have a written score with 5 sharps in the key signature. By reciting the first 5 words of the phrase, Father Charles goes down and, we find the 5th sharp is A. This being the 7th degree, or T, we know that Do is a semitone up or the very next note in the musical alphabet, B. So 5 sharps in the key signature will put us in the key of B major. The same process can be reversed. If, with no chart available, we are told that a piece is in the key of B major, we simply need to go backwards down the scale to locate the raised 7th degree, A, and then recite our sharp phrase up to that note. This way we quickly find that by raising F, C, G, D, and A, we will be in the key of B major. 2. Each new flat is lowering the 4th degree, Fa. So the key note, Do, is either 4 down or 5 up, which is the same as the previous flat. Let's say that we have 5 flats in the key signature. By reciting our phrase, battle ends and down goes, we find that 5th flat is G flat. This being the 4th degree, Fa, we know that we can locate Do by counting 4 down or 5 up. which is the same as the previous flat, D flat. 5 flats puts us in the key of D flat. Conversely, without a written score, if we are told to play in the key of D flat, we simply count up 4 or down 5 to G, which is the lowered 4th degree and the last flat in the key signature. Then we recite the flat phrase up to that note to quickly find that by lowering B, E, A, D, and G, we will be in the key of D flat major. Or, quicker yet, when we have 2 or more flats and we know that the second last flat is Do, just recite the flat sequence, one note past Do, to find all the flats in that key. Now that we've pulled the curtains aside and studied the inner workings of music, it is time to apply the mnemonics, logic questions, and practical tricks discussed in these lessons. With practice, we can be as fluent in this universal language as we are in our native speaking language. Given time, we can become very comfortable with all things related to key signatures and the order of sharps and flats.